Hello, viewers. Welcome to another segment of my show. In today's segment, I have brought a very interesting topic for all the job seekers and people who are very career oriented and ambitious: personal branding. Do you know what personal branding is and why it is important for you all to drive your career forward? Let's go ahead and discuss what personal branding is and what it takes for you to do personal branding successfully. So, personal branding, which was usually in the past called marketing yourself, is the practice of people marketing themselves, their talents, and their careers as a brand. So, if you have a good track record or if you have an average track record, it is the skill how you market it or put it in front of people. So, that is how you will be known or thought by people around you. So, personal branding, it is an ongoing process where you establish professional image, leaving an impression on others about who you are, what you can do, and why they think they should want to work with you. So, personal branding is about people, what people know you for professionally, how people see you, and how people think how much value you bring to others. So, let's go ahead with a few tips on how to personal brand yourself without overdoing anything or without feeling that you are trying to boast about things that you are not. So, first step is to get started. How do you get started? There are things that you have to figure out what kind of personal brand you fall into. So, what would you do to figure out the personal brand that you already have in you but you do not know? Is sit down and map out what you believe, what you are known for the best, and what you feel like your best brand attributes are. Once you know that, go to the second tip, that is utilizing your resources. So once you discover your brand attributes, find out what those closest you believe your brand is. So your personal brand is in the minds of those who know you the best and they can help you unreveal what it is so you can best market it for your career benefit. You'll be able to see what does and what does not resonate with those around you so you can make appropriate adjustments to your personal branding. Next step is to figure out why. Make some time to sit down and think why you absolutely love doing what you do. The reason you have to analyze is this is many people know what they do very thoroughly, but few people know why they do it. So just go ahead and make a note of a couple things that drive the passions behind your work. And this list will help you define your personal brand and plan ahead for further career growth. Next tip, very important, be authentic in all your communications. Nobody expects perfections. Be genuine about who you are and what you love and why you love what you do. Forget the idea of pitching in 30 seconds to 3 minutes in front of others, because this is not a sales marketing, it's not a sales pitch. Instead, just be very down to earth when you're talking to others and uh, be passionate about, show how passionate you are about uh, why you love what you do. And this can only be achieved when you be yourself. So Make sure you do you. Next, another important tip is send a consistent message. So, regardless of the platform, keep your message consistent. Don't be all over the place. Don't try to impress. Don't worry about, I mean, don't, whether you're posting social media updates or if you're writing your resume or you're sitting in front of the interviewers, make sure that you carry the same message all across through these channels about your personal brand. For an example, if you are an optimist who loves to share and grow through learnings and teachings, isn't it awesome? But make sure that you give such examples when you're talking to people, or make sure to post such positive messages, optimistic posts in your social media websites. That will show that you are a consistent conveyor of the message that you are a positive person. Another important tip is be a thought driver, or what they call is be a thought leader. Don't hesitate to share your expertise and thoughts to the world. Don't worry about saying what everyone else is saying or what you think everyone wants to hear. Give people your advice and your thoughts on your industry and your position, your career path, your career journey. Share with them what has worked for you. You can also go a little overboard or beyond doing all these things is you can write articles or blogs to share such tips with your network about what's worked for you in your industry and what has not. So instead of just giving what has worked, it also helps sometimes to tell people what has not worked so that they can take your learnings and try to avoid those mistakes when they are trying to pursue a brighter career. Another tip when you're personal branding, make sure to learn and grow. Continue investing in knowledge of your own industry, learn new trends, learn what works and what doesn't. Never stop learning and growing. Make sure to find your own subject matter experts and thought leaders that you admire, and make sure to follow them. Make sure to read their posts and enroll in such webinars that is going to help you grow. Try to find or locate organizations thriving in your industry that are staying at the forefront of trends and learn from the best. This can even mean taking classes, courses, attending conferences, taking up a new certification or credential. Remember, knowledge and wisdom gained from those who have walked the road before you is never a bad investment. That is definitely going to help you when you are trying to build your personal brand. Next important thing is be proactive. Employers or many other people around you are more inclined towards proactive employees who are always one step ahead and have a solution to the problem without being asked. Isn't that impressive? So, people who are willing to learn and grow graciously accept the feedback, may it be negative, and are proactive in resolving issues as they arise without being asked are the first ones when employers think about growth opportunities. They're also the first ones who can be trusted because they have shown their loyalty by uh, showing their willingness to invest in their ongoing training and development within the company. And so just think, like, when there are such kind of employees and when there is some kind of promotion happening, a promotion opportunity arising within the company, these are the type of people who are considered for the promotions first. Next important tip is assess yourself. Look back over your career graph to assess your performance, growth, and goals. It's good to be proud about yourself, but you also should make sure to note down the areas of weaknesses or opportunities for improvement, because there's no such thing called perfection. You always have a scope to improve in some area or the other. So go ahead and pursue training in those exact areas. Invest in yourself and your long term career growth by keeping a teachable mindset and being a lifelong learner. Your enthusiasm and effort to learn, grow, and improve will definitely be noted by the people around you. Next important tip is the landscape of social media. You know how the landscape of social media is changing ever since? When it comes to personal branding, the biggest changes are in the world of social media. Today, people feel like they must have a presence of a lot of social media platforms and should invest hours and hours together uh, updating, posting, reading, networking on social media. This can turn out to be extremely consuming and overwhelming. And simply, this is not the way to do. Make sure to choose one or at the most two social media platforms that support your brand, your career goals, and the industry, and invest your time in there. So there you can just go ahead. I mean, for example, you might find a lot of your subject matter experts in platforms like LinkedIn or Twitter. Go ahead and have your own profiles on such social media platforms and try to open new arenas and opportunities and see what job seekers are. Uh, I mean, there are people who want a lot of people who are very authentic, very honest when they're posting, and also posting something that really means to the employer or something valuable to the world. So make sure that if you want to draw attention, instead of just investing a lot of time in multiple social media platforms where you just end up being everywhere and not being productive even on a single one, try to focus on one or two and make resourceful utilization of the time when you're investing on the social media. Another tip, which I don't know how easily available it is, but help is available. So there are a lot of people around you who know you and can help you analyze what what are your greatest strengths or weaknesses. Don't hesitate to go and talk to people to take feedback from them, and that will help you understand what attributes you have to build your personal brand. So go ahead, communicate with people without any shyness and try to take this help which is freely available around you. And above all, the most important final three uh, key factors of building your personal brand are: become an expert at what you do, be kind to everyone, it matters more than you think in your career growth, and be others centered, not self centered. So, if you wrap everything up and go through all these tips, I'm sure these things are going to be helpful for you to be a great personal brander. Now, a few most important things to remember when you are personal branding is do not stagnate yourself. Keep learning, growing, and keep getting better at what you do. Make sure to keep it positive. Negativity will hurt you more than having lack of experience. Remember, culture fits is a king. People report higher levels of career satisfaction when there is a culture fit. And the last take home message from today's video is people want to hire employees with a great attitude and a very energetic and terrific character. Prove you have these qualities plus the experience, and then I'm sure you have the golden ticket to success. So, with this, I'm going to take your leave and I'm going to let you take your time to decide your personal brand. And with this, I would like to thank you all for following my channel and watching my videos. I request you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And stay home, stay safe, get vaccinated, and stop the spread. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day.